Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday evening here from Northern Cass High School. Today it is the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers going up against Northern Cass, the Jags, here for Region 1A Volleyball. I'm Chase Miller, and this is our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Fargo Oak Grove at 22-8 on the season, 8-2 in Region 1, going up against Northern Cass, who sits 11-18 on the season and 4-6 in Region 1 play. The Grovers have won 4 straight matches, including wins over Valley City once in a tournament and another in the regular season, also with wins over Kindred and Central Cass. After tonight for Fargo Oak Grove, they will go up against the Thompson Tommies on Monday. We'll have it for you on yourliveevent.com, then close out the regular season with a home match against the Wahpeton Huskies on Tuesday. Well, for Northern Cass, they snapped an 8-match losing streak with a 3-0 sweep of Wahpeton their last time out on Thursday night. For the Jags after this evening, they'll be down in Lisbon on Tuesday to close out the regular season. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com. We come back on our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. We'll go over the latest Region 1A standings, what the postseason will look like, talk about some tiebreakers, the out-of-town scoreboard, that and more before we hear from the coaches and our starting lineups today on your live event. It's a Dig Pink night here from Hunter between the Jags and the Grovers.
And winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Earlier this season, Fargo Oak Grove winners in 4 against the Northern Cass Jaguars back on September the 29th in downtown Fargo. Northern Cass grabs set number 1, but then after that, it was all Fargo Oak Grove in their 4-set win. Elena Foster DeVold with 24 kills, and Claire Middle added 11 for the Grovers, while Olivia Olson paced Northern Cass with 6 kills in the first meeting this season between the Grovers and the Jags. What's at stake here tonight on yourliveevent.com? Fargo Oak Grove, if they take care of business here in Hunter, and they can also close out the regular season with a win against Wahpeton, they would end up being the number 1 overall seed in the Region 1A volleyball tournament, as they own the tiebreaker against Valley City. They split during the regular season, but in terms of total sets won, Oak Grove has that over Valley City. So if Valley City wins here tonight against Lisbon, they would be 10-2. Oak Grove can match them with a 10-2 record. But again, if they finish with the same region record, Oak Grove would be the 1, and Valley City would end up being the number 2 seed. Well, for Northern Cass, they're locked into that number 5 seed heading to the Region 1 volleyball tournament. Even if they were to tie with the Kindred Vikings, Kindred owns a tiebreaker with Northern Cass, again, with their splitting during the regular season, but in terms of total sets goes to the Kindred Vikings. So Northern Cass is the 5, Lisbon is a 6, Wahpeton is a 7, 1 through 4 is to be determined, but we know Valley City or Oak Grove moving forward would be the number 2 seed or 1 seed, and Central Cass and Kindred would be the 3 and 4, with more than likely that match in Kindred on a Tuesday night between Central Cass and the Vikings to determine who that number 3 seed is. But for Northern Cass, they would play in the matchup as the number 5 seed. They would play the 4. So hypothetically, they could see the Kindred Vikings or the Central Cass Squirrels in the quarterfinals. Lisbon then would see either Kindred or Central Cass, and Wahpeton would either see Valley City or Oak Grove, with, again, Valley City or Oak Grove earning the Region 1 bye into the semifinals. Out-of-town scoreboard tonight involving Region 1 competition. Lisbon at Valley City, Wahpeton at Kindred, and this one here tonight in Hunter between Northern Cass and the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. And this is our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all, from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. For more on postseason football and volleyball in Minnesota, or simply here in North Dakota, as well as we continue our football coverage here throughout the playoffs, go to our website, yourliveevent.com. Got 3 games, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday. Here on Your Live Event in North Dakota, Section 8A volleyball semifinals tonight in Minnesota. That is also on 106.5 FM KRJB as well. We'll take a break. When we come back after this, we'll get to our coaches' conversation around the corner. We'll hear from Angie Johnson for Fargo Oak Grove. We'll also hear from Northern Cass and their head coach, that is Nick Tice. Second time around between these two teams. We'll see what happens here with some playoff implications and postseason implications, that is, on the line this evening, particularly from the Grover perspective. Northern Cass, again, will be locked in as that number 5 seed. Back with more after this here on our Irie Insurance pregame show.
Hi, we're Tommy's Express. Scan the QR code for a fast pass to a free month of washing. Our modern car wash offers a bright, open environment and a low-stress conveyor belt entry. Our signature scent, ceramic body wax, spot-free rinse, and heated blowers give you the best shine in town. Check out the wash for yourself. Washing your car is easy, fast, and fun. Visit Tommy's Express today.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search Your Live Event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez.
Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Cooler weather is coming. Make sure your home stays cozy and efficient with blow-in insulation from Ada Building Center. Ada Building Center has received a huge truckload shipment of blow-in insulation. You'll now get better pricing and more ways to save. With every insulation purchase, the use of the blower is absolutely free. Lower your heating costs and keep those dollars in your pocket. Blow-in insulation. Now's the time to buy from Ada Building Center, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
As we continue on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Joining us here from the Grover's perspective, that is the head coach, Angie Johnson. Angie, as you take a look at this matchup here, you and I were talking a lot of postseason implications on the line from both teams' perspectives a little bit here. But first things first, what have you liked best about your team here down the stretch as we're getting ready to turn it into November volleyball here from the Grover perspective?
I think our main thing is our resilience. I think we've won a lot of close games, and we've been able to finish that out. So hopefully we're able to maintain that going into tonight. As
you go up against Northern Cass, what's the one thing you remember about them the first matchup that you need to do just as good of a job or change things up here the second time around, Angie?
I mean, they always bring a lot of energy. Their back row is solid, so just making sure that we're figuring out where there's some open spots and placing the ball. It may not be all about power tonight.
Going up against Valley City, winning against the Highlanders, what's one thing you hope to carry from that particular one? Because Valley City from the start of the season has kind of been the bully on the block, so to speak, in the region. So what's one thing you hope to take from that, whether it's against Northern Cass or whoever you play to close out the year?
Again, resilience and consistency, I would say. I thought we did a good job finishing those matches even when it was tight. And then we've been working on changing up our shots a little bit on offense, so just making sure that we're continuing to talk to our hitters and then just make those adjustments early on and not waiting for me to call a timeout.
There's been a fun time here at Northern Cass, which you have been a part of as well, with another Dig Pink night. What does a night like this kind of mean to you when programs can kind of come together and support local people, whether it's in the school district or around the communities, as you've been able to do both from a Northern Cass perspective and now here from the Oak Grove perspective this season, Angie?
I mean, it's huge. It's a really important cause, and just cancer in general is a big important cause. I know they're giving the money to Brantley tonight, and he's been through a lot, and I think it's just really special for this school.
Final thing for me, Angie, as you kind of go into this time of the season, what's the message to the girls? You mentioned resiliency, but what's the message to the girls just to keep this match at another one as it can be, keep the next one against Thompson and so forth? Because obviously there is a 1 seed on the line, a 2 seed on the line, chance to get to the semifinals instead of playing in the quarterfinals. So how do you just try to keep this one, so to speak, between the lines, no matter who you're playing here this evening?
I think just taking it day by day. We had a discussion the other day. It doesn't really matter what anybody else is doing. We just have to worry about ourselves. Don't worry about anybody else. Worry about ourselves. Take care of our side of the net, and then we should be good.
Angie, as always, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck this evening.
Thank you.
That again, Coach Johnson from Oak Grove. Will continue with more after this here on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
On our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, it's Fargo Oak Grove going up against Northern Cass here for Region 1 Volleyball. Joining us from the Northern Cass perspective is their head coach, that is Nick Tice. Nick, as you get to this time of the season, no matter what your record is, no matter who you're playing, you always want to traject upwards here. So what's the message to the team as you play, whether it's against Oak Grove or anybody else here before you get to that Region 1 tournament in Valley City?
The biggest thing is just being competitive on every point, keep the ball alive. We can't just let those runs happen of serving where we let it hit the ground, we send it sideways. Like, you have to at least make it playable and give us a chance to compete and use our defense, because I think that's our strength.
As you go into the second time around, you played Fargo Oak Grove, a really good first set, then Oak Grove just kind of found themselves in the second set the first time around. What do you remember about the first matchup and what needs to change from your perspective here tonight, Nick?
I think Foster DeVold really took control of that match, and we had a hard time figuring out how to stop her and slow her down. So I do think that's a key, is if you can contain her and make the rest of them beat you, it puts you in a better position. Not that they're not capable, but at least gives you a closer match that you can hopefully then maybe turn the tides on.
As you take a look at a Dig Pink night, what does it mean to kind of get back to the community and get back to the school district a little bit here, as this has been a tradition for Northern Cass, giving back to someone somewhere in recent years, and what does it mean for you, Nick, as the head coach this season?
It's kind of just an honor to be a part of it. Like, I'm learning the ropes as far as the Dig Pink night goes, but Coach Haslow's been getting everything ready, and it's really cool that everyone is so unified in making this happen. And I think to see the community come together and celebrate, especially last week we did a bake sale, now tonight we're doing this, and seeing them rally, it just tells you what a great community I get to be a part of, and I'm really grateful for that.
Final thing for me, Nick, when it gets to what's a word that you want, or what's a theme for this team going forward throughout the next couple of weeks before you get to Valley City?
We've really been talking about fill each other's cup. Like, if you can make others feel good, your cup's going to fill as well, and then we're going to play better. So that's kind of been our buzzword.
Nick, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck this evening.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That again, head coach Nick Tice with us here for Northern Cass. We'll continue with more after this interview, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance on our pregame show.
Them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As an American Family Insurance agent, Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowner's insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details.
Final segment here on our pregame show before we get to our starting lineups and the opening serve here this evening on Dig Pink night here for Northern Cass. Proceeds from tonight's game for Dig Pink will support Brantley, a level 6 learner here at Northern Cass who is currently undergoing a chemotherapy to treat a new growth of a brain tumor causing pressure on his optic nerves. So wishing Brantley and his family the best moving forward as they battle through cancer, as you heard a little bit from both Angie Johnson and Nick Tice on just kind of what it means to give back locally and to the community here as well on Dig Pink night. For the Grovers, what's at stake for Oak Grove is everything's in front of you to be the number 1 seed. You just got to take care of business. It's in your own hands. You win here tonight, you beat Wahpeton. Next week on Tuesday, the Grovers would be the number 1 seed heading to the Region 1A volleyball tournament. Northern Cass, a win, lose, or even a tie as an example, they're locked in as the number 5 seed no matter what. Northern Cass will play at 4 o'clock on Monday, November the 10th in Valley City against the number 4 seed. Wahpeton, the number 7 seed, will play at 5:30 that Monday against the number 2 seed, and the number 6 seed for the Lisbon Broncos will play the number 3 seed at 7 o'clock. So if Oak Grove finishes as the 2, they would play Wahpeton in the quarterfinals at 5:30. If the Grovers earn the number 1 seed, they would earn a bye into the Region 1 semifinals. That week going to be a flurry of volleyball here on yourliveevent.com. Just in terms of North Dakota, we'll have the Region 1A volleyball tournament for audio only in Valley City starting on Monday, November the 10th. We'll have the same for the Region 2A volleyball tournament in Mayville for video coverage at Mayville State. The 1B Region 1 volleyball tournament for Division B at the University of Jamestown that Monday. And then we'll have the state qualifiers later on that Saturday for the East qualifiers for both the A and the B as well. We'll take a quick break. When we come back here, we'll put a bow on our pregame show next here in Hunter.
Hope North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
And that does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. Go to IrieINS.com. That again is IrieINS.com to get a free quote. Start today. Back with our opening lineups after this.
Visit the new Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. They have everything you need. Explore our large selection of quality hardware and building materials, perfect for every project. Inside, you'll find Valspar paint to brighten your home, top-of-the-line Milwaukee and DeWalt tools for every job, plus all the essentials for a successful harvest. Flashlights, glass cleaner, paper towels, scrapers, grain shovels, and more. Make your next stop Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
For Top Namath, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
As we continue here on our pregame show, as we go from there to our starting lineups here in a moment, I'm Chase Miller. Thank you so much for tuning into our coverage here this evening. Going to be running the camera for us here tonight up in Hunter as we get you ready for a little Region 1A volleyball matchup and our starting lineups here as well. As we take a look at the visitors on the scoreboard first, as both teams are wearing pink here on Dig Pink Night. For the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, they'll go like this. Starting is Taya Rosted, a senior middle blocker. Also from there, you'll have in the starting lineup here this evening, Elena Foster of Old wearing number 11. Also, you'll have Aspen Jost, the DS in the back, with Rachel Christensen going to be a center. Mentioned Rosta. Lyndon Bruneski is going to be a libero. Molly Welsh as well will be in the starting lineup here this evening. We'll see a little bit of middle. Also from there, Joining it will be Wisegram as well, part of this rotation here for head coach Angie Johnson, as the Grovers looking for their 23rd win of the season. For Northern Cass, they'll roll like this, starting at a libero. Here is Tesh Jalbert, the senior libero. Also for the Jags, you'll have into the starting lineup here Carly Ryder, a junior. Macy Murch, a senior. Natalia Gietzen, another senior here for head coach Nick Tyson, the Jags. Liv Olson, also part of the starting lineup here this evening. And from there, Faith Theory, a junior middle hitter here for the Jags. And rounding out the starting lineups is Lauren Johnson, a senior here for head coach Nick Tice, as the Jags are looking for win number 12 here on the season for Northern Cass. Grovers back in action after this on Monday, going up against Thompson, then Tuesday against Wahpeton, while Northern Cass back in action on Tuesday at Lisbon. That is our starting lineups. Opening serve around the corner. It's the Grovers and the Jags for Region 1A volleyball tonight here in Hunter.
New home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
We aren't meant to be still. And while you determine the direction you'll go, we're just here to help you along the way. So go. Go with experience. Go with teamwork. Go with neighbors. Go with integrity.
Here in Hunter, it is Region 1A volleyball tonight as Northern Cass and Fargo Oak Grove dwindling to the remaining final games here of the regular season. More practice time than matches, which you can't really say that too terribly often throughout the course of a week once the actual season gets underway. Opening serve here at 7:13 from Northern Cass and Dig Pink Knight. Here we'll start off with an Elena Foster DeVoe kill. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, Fargo Oak Grove in that middle hitter spot. Elena coming off a nice performance a month ago, almost to the date on September the 29th with 24 kills in the win for the Grovers against the Jags. Outside Johnson, tip and down for the points. Nearly getting there was Oak Grove for that pancake, but it's going to be a 1-all affair. Northern Cass looking to be scrappy. They've reverse swept Kindred this year. They took the first set against Oak Grove, their first matchup. This is going to be one of those things where the Jags will look to be a tough out moving forward throughout the rest of this regular season for this one, then try to get things going the right direction before they close out the regular season. And then you get to that Region 1 tournament as they will play at Lisbon a week from tonight for their regular season finale here for Northern Cass. Well, for Fargo Oak Grove, this has been a team that's been steady Eddie. The defending Region 1 champs from last season in the old Class B Region 1, and just kind of been steady Eddie again all year long as they got two matches on Monday and Tuesday to close out the regular season. Outside, here comes Olsen down the line and gets the kill as we tie this one up 2 apiece. In their first matchup, Northern Cass pretty much didn't allow anything to drop on the floor against Oak Grove in that first matchup. They were cleaning everything up. Then all of a sudden, here came Middle, here come Foster DeVold, and the Grovers really got a lot of life in them in set number 2 in Fargo. As for Northern Cass, they will now play with a lead. It's 3-2 here, as you'll see it on the way for Molly Welsh, the sophomore at 5'10", with the serve, and this one nearly a touch as getting out of the way was Molly Welsh here, as we'll be tied at 3 apiece. So 3 ties early on. First service error here with the contest for either club. For head coach Tyler Eukstead, and Northern Cass football gave it a whale of a performance up in Langdon this past weekend. First playoff appearance since 2019. This one will be cross court on the swing and kill here for Olsen. It'll be her second. And Cass regains the advantage here by 1. Also, congratulations goes out to Owen Johnson, the state cross-country championship here from the Class B perspective up in Jamestown on the boys' side. So some really good things here this fall for Northern Cass Athletics as they'll try to keep it brewing here for volleyball. Outside this one, little roll shot over, pinballed around, and eventually the point will come down as it's 4. And we'll get a lift call. It's going to be now 5-3. Service on the way for the Jags. As this one will be with Hubdenness. Set near side, right-handed swing off the side of the block and down for a kill is middle. 5-4. Service for Northern Cass. For Fargo Oak Grove as Geiger, the senior at 5'6", will come in here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, trying to tie this one up at 5 apiece. Lavic plays it tight. Hubdenness to the middle. Fury with the tip blocked. Hubdenness back set. Here goes Olsen over the double. Geiger, this one helping it out by Foster DeVold, and eventually we'll get one in 4. 6-4. Nice crowd here for both the Northern Cass fans that made it. Same here for the Grover fans that made their way up to Hunter. Serve for the Jags will be in the net for football prior to Oak Grove's co-op with Fargo Shanley. The I-29 trophy was played between the Jags and the Grovers as all the region foes. Here's a serve by Christensen. This one making its way for Northern Cass to the middle. This one off the top of the block. For the Grovers, Christensen back set, right-handed swing, able to get across. Nice pancake by Tess. Free ball here by Olsen. Broneski, Christensen dump, hit right back by Ryder. Christensen, near side, here goes the Grovers. And we'll see this one down for the points on the way for middle. Scrappy point, we're tied at 6 apiece. As a serve will be upcoming for Christensen. Christensen in the middle to Tess. This one hit across, back right corner, and we'll have a violation here on the Jenks. A loss here tonight and a win by Valley City would secure the 1 seed for the Highliners. If the Grovers were to loosen it, if Oak Grove wins, then they beat Wahpeton on Tuesday, they would be the number 1 seed in the Region 1 tournament. Fury over that double, Broneski with the bump. This one to the outside goes Hunt into the net. We're tied yet again. Both teams probing a little bit here and seeing how this opening set will evolve throughout the evening. As Jalbert onto the service line. Tess with a rocket to the back left corner. Christensen set near side. Here goes Hunt on the side of the double. Back set by Hubdenness. Right-handed swing by Olsen. Covered there by Geiger. Middle able to get it across on the third. Northern Cass. This one tipped by Ryder. Punched into the net. And a good block by Rostad on the outside with Hunt as well. As the Grovers will take an 8-7 lead. When it comes to North Dakota football, that is all now into the postseason quarterfinals from 9-man up to Division 3A. Cross country wrapped up, girls golf wrapped up, soccer wrapped up. So just 2 sports remaining here for fall athletics in North Dakota with volleyball and football. As this one able to get over, and the kill for Northern Cass here for Marley Wilner. As Wilner, the junior, gets her first kill of the evening. Service here for the Jags will be with Macy Murch, the senior. Murch, we'll see this one to the middle. Christensen set right-handed swing by Foster DeVold, kept alive by Gietzen. This one in the back, off the top of the ribbon there by Olsen. Christensen near side, Foster DeVold off her back heel. Setting this one up now will be Murch outside. Ryder over the double. And this will be eventually down for the points. Good balance so far for the Jags. 4 different players with a kill early in set number 1 with Ryder, Wilner, Olsen, and Johnson. It's 9-8 here for Northern Cass. Christensen back set. This one coming to the middle, off the top of the ceiling here, and will eventually get the point for Elena Foster DeVold. That'll be her second, tied at 9 apiece. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. As Broneski onto the service line. Linden back left corner. Tess will see it here. Set outside as this one will be hit over there by Johnson. Christensen near side. Foster DeVold with the little changeup kept alive by Geetson. And a free ball over by Ryder. Chance for the Grovers to use it. Dump opportunity. Perfectly executed here for Rachel Christensen. 10-9 Grovers out in front. Largest lead so far is 2 by Northern Cass. Here in the opening moments of this first set. Outside, here goes Johnson of the double, kept alive by Foster DeVold. Christensen backs at Hunt. We'll see this blocked, and it goes down. Geetson and Ryder on the outside. Able to put that one away. As the serve will be upcoming here with Reese Lavick. Lavick with the running jump serve back right corner. Christensen will see this with Broneski able to get it across on the throw. Quickly to Geetson, back set, and just a missed timed approach from Johnson. As now we'll get the 1-point advantage here for the Grovers. Going to that Region 1A volleyball tournament. The balance in the East this year in Division A similar to what we've seen in boys and girls basketball, at least in terms of the depth of a region. Geetson over. Jose is there, set near side. Foster DeVold cross court, out of play. We're 11 up. Region 2 going to be fun to see at Mayville State with Grafton, the Thompsons of the world. Devils Lake came back and reverse swept Thompson just a few weeks ago. Obviously, Hillsborough Central Valley. We'll see what Harvey Wills County can do in that region this year as Broneski unable to get that one across. Carrington. And just a balanced region in 2. And the same thing here in Region 1. Just going to fight to get to those state qualifiers. And if you get there, you know you're going to be in for a dogfight trying to make it to the state tournament. Northern Cass bumped to the outside. Here goes Olsen. Got it by Christensen on the near side on that line shot. And Liv Olsen now with her 3rd kill of the match. Jangs up by 2. Both teams with both of their timeouts remaining here in the set. Broneski, this one, Welsh with the back set. Foster DeVold on top of the double. Dug out nicely by Murch. This one able to get pushed across on the 3rd. Grovers set near side. Foster DeVold. We'll see it now to Geetson. Set on the way from Murch to the outside. Olsen up and over. Nice dig on the way by Jose. Back set. Christensen in for the point. Christensen with her 2nd kill. It's a 13-12 contest. But all roads lead to the Bismarck Event Center here. The Dakota Bowl on Friday, November the 14th, with the week after on that 20th. That Thursday will be the opening day of the state quarterfinals for B, A, and AA in the capital city. Middle, in the back row, kept alive by Fury, and Lavig gets this over on the 3rd. Grover set, and a missed swing off the attempt there by Welch to Wisegram. And Jags continue to cloud in front here as they lead it by 2. Not far away from our first winter coverage. We're less than a month from that, from wrestling to hockey to basketball, particularly in Minnesota, getting just a little bit more of a head start with girls basketball starting the week prior to Thanksgiving. Set outside, Olsen block. Lavig is there. Back set. Here's a right-handed swing. Another block by the middle there by Wisegram. Middle, tip, Fury. Broneski with a sprawling dig on the way. Hubbiness, dump opportunity. Wisegram puts it across. Oh, Callie Wisegram, have yourself a point. 14-13, but Wisegram with a couple of blocks, able to earn that one there for the Grovers. As is now 14-13, Jags out in front, but Oak Grove will have this serve as Geiger will make her way to the service line. Match number 31 for the Grovers. Well, it's match number 30 here for Northern Cass. Jags to Fury on top. This one helped alive by Welsh near side middle. Nice little rolling shot. Jalbert with the dig. Back set right-handed swing down the line after the attempt here by Northern Cass. And we'll see this one into the net And a point on the way here for the Jags at 15-13. Service here for Olsen. Olsen into the back, Broneski, tight. This one, Rosted, no block put up, and a really nice job keeping that one alive by Welsh with the assist. Taya Rusted gets her first kill. For a second there, it looked like that was going to be out of the outstretched hands here of the Grover setter. And at 15-14, we got a timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. Timeout here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Jags lead by a point.
Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, timeout brought to you in part by Bank North Northern Cass, honoring Owen Johnson, the state Class B boys cross country champion from last week in Jamestown, coming out of the students section wearing a boxing glove and wearing the championship belt. Timeout there brought to you in part by Bank North by Northern Cass. That is their first. We'll see it now for the Jags outside rider with the outside kill for the points. Carly Ryder with her second, and it's back to a 2-point lead here for the Jags. Both Oak Grove and Northern Cass have led here, but it's been a 2-point margin, nothing by 3 to this moment. And we've also have seen in this one 9 ties here in the set. So we'll take a look back at the rotation of what they have here with where these players are set. As I think on that timeout here, talking it over, we'll take and keep it here 16-14. Also tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, Minnesota Section 8A Volleyball semifinals from the University of Crookston and on KRJB 106.5 FM. From there, you have high school volleyball for Region 1 play this evening with Wahpeton at Kindred. Josh Boyko on the call for you on that one as well. So again, that'll be high school volleyball for just some of the matchups that we have tonight. Section football championships, we'll have 3 of them on Thursday afternoon into the evening with Section 6 9-person, Section 8 9-person, and you also will have the Section 8A volleyball tournament here as well. Again, those matches will be on YourLiveEvent.com on Thursday. High school football, AA in North Dakota on Friday, and then we'll get to some single A football with HCV Hillsborough Central Valley at Langdon area, Munich for our audio-only coverage on Saturday up in Langdon. So officials talking it over here, and we'll see what they discuss and what the results will be with Nick Tice and Angie Johnson as well. It's currently 16-14 right now. We'll see if they get everything situated and good as we are back to business here in the first set. Service for Tess. It'll go over the ribbon. Christensen back set. This one going to be blocked. Broneski keeps alive. Christensen push back right corner there with Olsen. Hovdenis set middle. Geetson rise up and getting blocked by Rosted. For the Jags, free ball over by Hovdenis. Back right corner, Christensen set middle. Rosted with a little tip over for the points. Taya Rosted earned a block and a kill. It's 16-15. As we'll get the rotation to come in with Aspen Jost to the service line. Hunt, the sophomore at 5'10", going to play in the front row with Rosted and Foster DeVold here for the Grovers. Service for Aspen Jost. This one back right corner. Ryder is there to Hovdenis. Set to the outside. Ryder over the double. Christensen with the dig. Back bump on the way is Jost. Right-handed swing. Foster DeVold. Olsen Geets in tight. And that'll eventually go underneath. It's a 16-all affair. Service here for Jost. As Aspen with the running jump serve into the middle. Hovdenis back set down for the points. As this one will be coming from the outside spot with Wilner, her second kill of the set. It's now 17-16 Jags. Northern Cass with the serve here with Macy Murch. Murch, the back left corner is Jose Christensen. This one across, and a really good swing at that one by Elena. Foster DeVold kind of saw the double and said, we're going to swipe it to the near side and earn the point, and we're tied at 17. As Broneski to the service line. The question is, who can maybe get 3-4 consecutive points here and put this set on their side of the aisle? Geetson off the double. Christensen set near side. Foster DeVold hammer it down. That'll be Elena's fourth as the Grovers lead by 1. Elena able to just consistently, especially early on in match, just have a couple of hard swings at that volleyball. As this will be tight, unable to get it across. Couple points in a row now from Fargo Oak Grove. It's 3 straight, 19-17. Rovers with their largest lead here of the set as Broneski continues to serve. That one will go a little short. Ryder is there. Geetson middle. Was it touched? It's not going to matter. That was in. Running for the back line. Good spot by Geetson for her first kill. 19-18. And when Geetson can get rolling in the middle, that just opens up the offense that much more for Northern Cass. Service on the way here will be with Reese Lavick, a senior defensive specialist here for the Jags. Lavick with the serve down the line. Foster DeVold here to Christensen. Elena gets up one more time and buries another one. Christensen with the assist. Foster DeVold with her 5th kill. She had 24 the first time these two teams met in September. Service here for Molly Welsh, the sophomore at 5'10". Welsh with it down the line. Tight. Not going to make a difference here as this one unable to come across. Eventually get 4. It's 21-18. I said who can maybe make that 3-4 points in a row, and the answer right now is Oak Grove and what they've been able to do here. Got a little 3-0 run. Now try and make it 3 again here off the serve by Welsh. Set to the outside by Murch. Olsen going to see this one blocked over to the Grover side, as we'll see it now by Welsh to the middle. This one hit by Wisegram. Olsen, little roll shot, covered nicely. Broneski with the back bump. Foster DeVold hits it into the net. Side out here for the Jags is back within 2. Service for Geetson. Geetson, back left corner. Grover's back set. Foster DeVold over that double. Kept alive. Middle. Fury. And this one rolls across and will get a lift. Points towards the Jags. Angie Johnson makes her way down the bench line, and she will take her first timeout on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. 21-20 here in the first.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. At Bank North, they've been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping communities and customers build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, go to banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Well, this first set is what you probably will expect from a volleyball fan throughout a good portion of that Region 1A volleyball tournament, from the quarters through third place in the championship. Should be some entertaining volleyball. We'll have audio-only coverage for you right here on yourliveevent.com from Valley City. Grovers, Foster DeVold sees this, and that'll go out of play, and a kill on the way for Elena, her 6th. So after timeout by Coach Johnson, Grovers will get back to the service line as Geetson will check in for Davidson. Service on the way for Elena. You see Murch, the setter here now for the Jags. And coming on and playing the front row for the Grovers will be Middle as Jose will check out. Service to Reese Lavig. This one by Murch. Outside Olsen, cross score. Broneski keeps alive. Christensen. Linden then with the free ball on the 3rd. Tesh Jalbert back set this one. Cross and down for the point. Lauren Johnson with the kill, her 2nd. And the Jags are back within 1. Service here for Northern Cass will be with Emma Hubdenis as she will now become the setter as Murch will check out. Also coming out will be Wilner in the front row as well for Northern Cass. Hubdenis with it. Broneski, this one is tight, just across, and we'll have a net violation as this will be on the Grovers, and we're tied at 22. 12th tie of the opening set. Service from Hubdenis, back left corner. Foster DeVold bumped, tight, open over. Christensen, we'll see it here to the outside, middle, down for the point. Claire gets her 3rd kill of the set. As the Grovers bring on Geiger now as Broneski and Wisegram will check out. Service. Jalbert to Hubdenis to the outside. There's a right-handed swing. Foster DeVold sees it go all the way back. Fury right across now on the Grovers side. Grovers near side middle. This one, Tesh Jalbert able to dig it. Hubdenis back set. Just pushed across here for the Jags. And Grovers, right-handed swing, middle blocked. Then just miscommunication, and the Jags will take the points. Fury, part of that block party, also there with Wilner. And we'll see it here. Tied at 23 apiece. As the Jags with Olsen to the service line. Olsen to the back left corner. This one backs at Christensen up and over. Tess, Hubdenis, Fury. This one wasn't deflected. It was not out of play, and it will be a set point for the Grovers. 24-23 set point in the first here for the visiting Oak Grove Grovers is Christensen on to serve. Christensen in the middle. Jalbert is there. Hubdenis set to the outside. Ryder up and over. Christensen, Broneski back set. Here goes middle blocked. And a good block here from Fury. Her 2nd of the set. And we're tied at 24. Service for Tess. Jalbert right across the nets. Looking for the ace, and she gets it. The first ace of the evening in a most opportune time. Timeout here for Fargo Oak Grove, 25-24. Northern Cass with their first lead since it was 17-16 here in the opening set. Final timeout for the Grovers, brought to you in part by Bank North here on YourLiveEvent.com. No matter what happens again for the Jags, win, lose, or draw tonight and against Lisbon, those matches, again, they're still going to be the number 5 seed regardless. Well, for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers, a loss here tonight and a Valley City win, we would know the 1 seed would be Valley City and the 2 seed would eventually be Fargo Oak Grove then. Why is that big? Well, if you earn the 1, you earn a bye into the semifinals. 25-24 here. Timeout again brought to you in part by Bank North. It's now a set point for the Jags with Jalbert. Back left corner, back-to-back aces for Tesson. That's how we'll put the book on set number 1. Northern Cass 26-24 takes the first set as we head to our set recap. Coming up around the corner, brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency here on your live event.
Action the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six for
Takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on yourliveevent.com.
Common doesn't do the extra reps. Common doesn't push the limits. And Common doesn't do all of that before the sun is up. We work harder than anyone else when no one is watching, so that when everyone is watching, we're ready to answer the call. Discover your uncommon side with the North Dakota Army National Guard.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartments. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
At Northern Cass, we believe every learner has the power to change the world, and we're here to help them do just that. That's why we're not your average school district. We deliver a world-class education built on trust, authentic relationships, and bold, innovative practices that prepare learners for whatever path they choose. From our passionate educators to our close-knit community, everything we do is rooted in purpose, connection, and a belief in every learner's greatness. Come see what makes Northern Cass a place where learners thrive, both in and out of the classroom. Learn more at northerncasschool.com.
As we get to our set recap here, brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. Set number one goes to Northern Cass 26-24 as they were facing a set point for Oak Grove. At 24-23, they would take the final 3 points after a side-out back-to-back aces by Tess at Jalbert. And they take set number one 26-24 as it's, again, proceeds for tonight's Dig Pink game will support Brantley and his family, who is going through a brain tumor right now, causing some pressure on his optic nerve as well. So the proceeds for tonight, and those who are having the chance to try to get it over the net and maybe get a free soda or something in between here. So a little bit extended in between sets here this evening in Hunter. Your out-of-town scoreboard in Kindred. The Kindred Vikings defeated the Wapaton Huskies 25-15 in the opening set. Josh Boyko has a call for you again on that one. This is our set recap brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. Their dedicated team provides you the best support for your insurance requests, from crop to hail, commercial, and more. Get in touch with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency by stopping up in Hunter or simply going to their website. And again, it's hunterinsuranceagency.com. Leading kill getter, Elena Foster DeVold with 6. He got 3 by middle for the Grovers. Northern Cass led by the 3 of Olsen. Then 2 apiece for Ryder, Wilner, and Lauren Johnson. Tess Jalbert with a couple of aces here this evening for Northern Cass in a set that started back at 7-13. We'll take a break. When we come back after this, it'll be the second set around the corner next. It's the Jags and the Grovers as we head to set 2 tonight here in Hunter.
Visit the new Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. They have everything you need. Explore our large selection of quality hardware and building materials, perfect for every project. Inside, you'll find Valspar paint to brighten your home, top-of-the-line Milwaukee and DeWalt tools for every job, plus all the essentials for a successful harvest. Flashlights, glass cleaner, paper towels, scrapers, grain shovels, and more. Make your next stop Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Valley City and Lisbon just getting underway in Valley City tonight. So that one's 7-6 early for the visiting Lisbon Broncos against the Valley City Highlanders. Also on your out-of-town Region 1A volleyball scoreboard here this evening. Set number one, just one service error from Northern Cass, but they had 2 aces, 0 service errors, and 0 aces from the Grover perspective. There were 14 ties as well in the opening set. Again, set recap brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. Chase Miller with you. Also, I'd like to thank Lydia for running camera for us here this evening in Hunter. As just one regular season game remains here for the Jags. Well, you got 2 on the opposite side remaining here for the Grovers. Will have their match against Thompson in downtown Fargo on Monday night. We'll have the Jags and the Broncos on Tuesday here, also on yourliveevent.com. So Northern Cass grabbed set number one, as they did back in September against the Grovers. The Grovers came back and muscled their way for the set 2, 3, and 4 victory. Will that be the same here, or can the Jags get up 2-0? We'll find out as Aspen Joe starts things off in set number 2. Set middle, here goes Geetson, and eventually Hunt able to push this one over. Olsen set, here goes Harper Russ with the tip, covered by Linden. Christensen to the outside, no block, and that one is hammered. That one sounded good. Foster DeVold with the kill. That is dangerous on the opposite side if you don't put a block up on Elena. As we'll handle it now here for Jose. Aspen to the back right corner. Olsen is there as this one gets tight. Geetson sees this blocked. Another attempt on the way for Murch. Back set Rust. Another block. And a couple of them by Rosted and Foster DeVold. And it's a 2-0 start to set number 2. Service for Jose continues. Aspen into the middle. Tess is there. Set to the outside. This one, another block. Able to see that here from Hunt. So far it's been the swings by Northern Cass that has gone right into the block of the Grovers. And Oak Grove has put up that wall here in set number 2 to begin things off. Jose with the running jump serve down the line as this one will now go to Murch. Set middle. Geetson back left corner. Broneski with it. Foster DeVold back right for another kill. 4-0 lead early here for Oak Grove to open things up in set number 2. As now it's to Aspen Jose. As we're nearing the 8 o'clock hour here on this Tuesday night, Jose into the middle. Tess will play it there. Dump opportunity from Murch. Christensen middle. This one tipped by Rosted. Murch is able to play it, but able to get there before it runs underneath the nets. Here's Harper Rust, and 5 straight points on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard in set number 2 for the Grovers. As Jose with the serve. Tess will play it here. Murch into the middle to Geetson, and Rosted earns the block. 6-love here for the Grovers. Just keep saying block all the way here for Oak Grove. Service for Jose. Aspen into the middle. Tess will play this one. Murch. Rust able to get that one across. Christensen back set. Here's a right-handed swing middle. Blocked by Northern Cass. Now Foster DeVold. There's another block by the Jags. Christensen. Rosted able to get that one across. Murch helps it out. Geetson free ball on the third. Jose Christensen dump with the left hand in for the point. As we see this for Christensen, now it's 7-0. Christensen with that left hand, able to put that one over. Looked like it was going to be a tip, then all of a sudden, boom, comes across. It's more like a spike as Jose gets that one to Rust. Murch set outside. Here's a tip down the line by Johnson out of play. As the Grovers have sprinted out to an 8-0 lead here in set number 2 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. As we'll see it again for Jose. Aspen into the middle to Tess. Geetson pushes it over on the third. Christensen set middle. Rosted with the tip. Covered by Murch. Helped out by Olsen. Free ball here from Johnson. Broneski. Christensen near side. Foster to Vold on top of the double. Murch to Olsen. Geetson sees this one blocked. Tight. Pushed across here from Northern Cass. Grovers. Christensen near side. Foster to Vold. Tip. Good coverage here by the Jags, but then just running out of room as Murch was able to help it out, but eventually the point comes here for the Grovers, and a timeout on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Oak Grove opens up the second set on a 9-0 run here on yourlivevent.com.
1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Here on yourliveevent.com, timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. Bank North, to see what values-based banking can do for you and find a branch and a location near you, visit banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Start with a timeout by Northern Cass. See if they can get that side out. Give credit to Aspen Jost as well with some good serves here as a senior. On that serve receive, Northern Cass trying to get a good pass here from Tess. That will go to Murch. Back row attack here from Liv, and Rosted with the theme of set number 2. Another block here by the Grovers. You got Rosted already with 3 blocks here between set 1 and set number 2 for Oak Grove. As Jose will handle this one now. Flutters it across. Russ to Murch. Olsen off her back left heel across to Geetson. Jose Christensen. This one blocked. Helped out by Christensen. Broneski. Foster DeVold winds up and puts another one down. But we'll see a violation here. It's now 10-1. So now you'll have it with Reese Lavig and a side out for Northern Cass, as Lavig will try to have a couple of good serves in a row here and cut into this deficit. Reese into the middle. Well, there's a good serve. Rosted. Christensen just over the ribbon and gets the points. Really good job by Christensen to keep playing that one. He eventually takes it here at 11-1. Just keep swimming, if you will, and just keep running a little bit closer towards the bench, and eventually that one able to get over. Christensen got enough of it. Point here for Oak Grove as they go short to Lavig. Set to the outside. Olsen gets that one just over. Pushed here by Oak Grove. Set up there to Foster Vold. Dug by Jalbert. Lavig over on the second. Broneski with the bump. Foster Vold punches it over with the right hand for the point. 12-1 Grovers out in front here in this second set. Jose with the serve. That'll go to Tess. Lavig runs into a teammate there in Murch and able to get it over for Tess. Christensen set near side. Foster to Vold. This one on top of the backboard. Lavig will play it. Free ball over on the third here for Northern Cass. Back set. Right-handed swing is going to be in for the points. As Hunt able to earn the kill for the Grovers. After falling in that first set, Oak Grove has definitely came alive here in the second. Northern Cass grabbed the first, 26-24. Service from Broneski. Lavig to Olsen. Pushed across. Broneski is there. Christensen. Foster Volt cross court to Lavig. Set to the outside. Here comes Olsen down the line, out of play. Makes it 13, make it 14-1. And a timeout on the floor on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break as well. 14-1 Grovers here in set number 2.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies, including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. you'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Broadcasting today from the First Class Mortgage broadcast booth, locally owned and operated. First Class Mortgage, more than their company name, it's the way they do business. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your existing mortgage, their dedicated team takes the time to understand your financial situation. For more, go online to firstclasscorp.com. That again is firstclasscorp.com. Service here for Broneski, 14-1. Northern Cass trailing it here in set number 2. And Foster DeVold will see this at the net. So far, the difference in set 1 to set 2 has really been the controlled net play from the Grovers consistently here. As Broneski will see the service there, the first one of the night for Oak Grove. Service on the way for Tess, and if there's someone from the Northern Cass perspective that can get a run into him in a set, it's Jalbert. That'll go in the back to Jose playing this one. Here goes Foster DeVold quickly. Give the assist for Wisegram, and Elena back on the board. As Fargo Oak Grove looking to see if they can get their 4th state tournament appearance in program history in the month of November. Well, for Northern Cass, they'll be looking for their 7th state tournament appearance. Set. Here goes an attempt by Fury. Punched across. Push. Broneski. Tess is there. Grover's outside. Olsen will get that one over. Nice dig by Linden. Foster DeVold down the line. This one will be out of play. It's now 16-3. Don't have to win your region championship as you needed to back in Class B. You can win your region, it still gets you to state, but you could potentially, just like in basketball, now in volleyball, have 3 teams from the same region all make it to a state tournament. Jose, this one set near side. Christensen up and over. Little roll shot right in front of the defense in that back row. Christensen been consistent. That's her 5th kill. Service here for Elena. Foster DeVold with the ace. Elena with the ace. It's now 18-3. As Elena will have another chance here with Oak Grove up by 15 here on this Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Back right corner, Lavig. This one goes off the ceiling. Pancake by Tess. Able to get that one over then for Northern Cass. Quickly a dump. Lavig able to help it out. Jalbert in the back row. Foster DeVold. This one set near side. Christensen right-handed swing, and that will be a point. But we have a net violation here on Oak Grove. So give the hustle for the point here for Northern Cass as they will see it now for Olsen. Olsen with the serve to Foster DeVold on the pass. Christensen also helping it out there was Welsh. Free ball across. This one over by Olsen. Grover's back set, right-handed swing, and there's a kill. Claire Middle with her 4th. As Broneski will check out. Serving on the way is Geiger. Rosted back into the game, playing in the front here for the Grovers. This one to the back right. Rust, good dig. Now she'll have the attack. Sees this one blocked. Fury. Olsen able to get that one over on the 3rd. Set up here for Welsh. Into the middle goes Rosted. Back set, right-handed swing. There's a block off the side of Christensen, but the kill comes up here for the Jags. It'll be with Milner, her 3rd. Kindred takes set number 2 against Wahpeton, 25-12. So the Kindred Vikings up 2 sets to none as Kindred trying to get to 7-4. Here in region play is Fury with the roll shot, able to get that one across the net and the ace. So Fury with the 3rd ace of the night. Service here for the Jags. We'll continue with Fury. I'll take Bruneski into the back. Christensen helps it out. And then able to get that one over with Geiger. Outside, Russ pushing it down the line. Northern Cass will see it up and over on the third by Bruneski. Jags, middle. Here comes Skeetson for the kill. We go to a 19-4 game to 19-7. Just keep chipping away from the Jags' perspective. Fury with the first service there for Northern Cass of the set, the third of the match. And now Oak Grove is 5 points away from closing out set number 2. As he'll handle it now for Rachel Christensen, a 5'9" junior. Olsen sees this to Rostad. Tess keeps it alive. She runs into a teammate just briefly, and this will eventually be the point. As trying to help it out there was Wilner. She had to kind of chop the feet to try to get by Tess, now 21-7. Valley City takes the first set against Lisbon in a scrapper, 25-21 in Valley City. Here's a right-hand swing on top of the double. Great spawn attempt by Bruneski, quickly pushed here by Hovness, but out of play. It's 22-7. Service here on the way for the Grovers and Christensen. Christensen down the line, Rust to Hovness, back set, right-handed swing for the kill eventually. As Wilner able to put the ball down, 22-8. As Fargo Oak Grove looking to see if they can take this one in a quick fashion in set number 2 after falling in set number 1, 26-24. Service from the Jags and Murch. Christensen, here goes Rostad, able to get that one over the double and down for the points. Rostad with her third kill. As we'll see this one now for Aspen Jose. Jose started this set with 10 consecutive quality serves and 10 points here for the Grovers. Apropos to try to bookend it here to the service line. Geetson middle says, well, kind of wait around for another point or two to see that to happen as Geetson gets a kill. Geetson with her third of the match. As a serve will be with Reese Lavig. Lavig, running jump serve, back left corner. That'll go to Jose. Grovers help it out. Right-handed swing by Hunt into the Northern Cass bench. And it's 23-10. As the serve will be upcoming again for Lavig. Reese gets the ace. Well, there's been a positive tonight for Northern Cass that is glaring right now with an advantage over the Grovers. It is the service line, 4 aces to 1 in that category. An ace by 3 separate players. And this able to help it out. Northern Cass fans were asking for a lift, nothing granted. Back set, here's a swing down the line from Jose, but eventually the point coming for Lauren Johnson. That'll be her third kill. 23-12 and a timeout here for head coach Angie Johnson. We'll break as well on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Grovers lead it by 11.
Our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
High school volleyball here tonight, 23-12 in Hunter. Fargo Oak Grove 2 points away from taking set number 2 as a serve will be upcoming here with Reese Lavig. Lavig with the serve into the back to Jose. Christensen, middle, Foster Vold for the kill. Atlanta has her 12th, and it's 24-12 and a set point. here for the Grovers as Oak Grove looking to grab set number 2 after starting off on a 10-0 run. Service for Broneski. Linden down the line. Lavig will play this one to Murch. Here goes Gietzen, and this will be out of play unless there was deflection. Yes, there was. Gietzen gets her 4th kill. As the Jags with Jalbert to the service line. Tess. We'll see this one down the line. Foster to Vold to Christensen. Elena right-handed swing. Kept alive by Jalbert. Back bump on the way. Free ball here from Liv, but that one will be out. And that'll do it for set number 2. Set number 2 goes to the Grovers 25-13. Our set recap brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. That is next.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
As we get to our set recap, brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency, 25-13 Fargo Oak Grove grabs set number 2 to tie things up here at 1 set apiece. Chase Miller with you here on YourLiveEvent.com. Elena Foster DeVold with 12 kills, 5 for Christensen and 4 for Middle. For Northern Cass, 4 here for Wilner and Gietzen, and 3 for Olson and Johnson. 4 aces to 1 service error, 1 ace to 1 service error for Oak Grove. Again, Hunter Insurance Agency set recap. Middle, Foster DeVold starts the third as she did the second, right down Main Street for a kill. Quickly on the transition game on that serve receive, and if you hear coaches throughout the course of the season just make mention, if you can start the serve receive, that can just really get the rest of the offense going. As Northern Cass will take it here after the second service error from the Grovers, but if you can get that serve receive going, that just opens up the door to everything else. Olson to serve, back left corner, playing it there is Broneski, near side Foster to Vold. Tess will see this one go out of play, and a point for the Grovers. As the Grovers will make a substitution here, as they will. Molly Welsh will check into the game, as coming out will be Addison Hunt. As the serve upcoming here for Welsh. Welsh with the running jump serve to the back right corner. This one off the side of the block and down for the points. Northern Cass with Wilner. We'll see this one in the middle for Morley, her 5th kill of the match. Set number 1 saw 14 ties, 0 in set 2. Fury in the middle to Linden. Helping this one out. Christensen off her back left heel, and she'll take the points. Give him the assist on the way to Welsh as the Grovers. Back and forth we go here in the third set. As Foster DeVold onto the service line here for Oak Grove. Elena to the middle. Jags to the outside. Here goes Ryder. And eventually this will go down for the points, because for a lack of hustle. Christensen went after that one. Ryder gets the side out here for Northern Cass. As the Jags will come back to the service line here with Murch. As Murch with the serve to the back left, tight. This one tipped. Geetson with the block. Getting up is Ryder and puts it down. Quickly, Ryder will give Northern Cass their first lead early in set number 3. Here at 4-3. Service on the way for the Jags with Murch. Murch into the middle, back left corner. Foster DeVold will play this one. Back set. Christensen able to split the defense for the 7th kill. As the Grovers will see it now. Coming on will be Geiger on the front row. Rosted middle, and Christensen here for the Grovers. Service, the back right corner. Bump, free ball over them by Johnson. Oak Grove set Rosted up. Nice little tip. Give the assist to Welsh, and Taya Rosted gets her 4th kill. As the Grovers have a 5-4 lead. Service here on the way for Geiger. Geiger, back right corner. Olsen, Tess, able to get that one across. Oak Grove with Broneski and middle. Kind of just running into each other right there, unable to muscle it over the net. So far been tied at every point here in the third on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Reese Lavig to the service line. Lavig back right corner. Broneski will play this one. Set. This one pushed over by middle. Lavig. We'll see it now to Murch to the outside. Olsen with the kill. Be Liv's first kill since the opening set. That's now 6-5 for Fargo Grove. Lavig back to the service line. Reese with the running jump serve in the middle to Aspen Jose. This one will be set near side, tipped across by middle. Bump by Olsen. Up and over and down for the points. Seeing this on the way for Northern Cass with Lauren Johnson in her 4th kill. Reese Lavig to serve for the Jags. That's going to split the back row of Geiger and Broneski. Lavig, their 2nd ace, as the Jags have at least an ace in every set so far. And now they as well have built their lead up to 3. Since it was tied at 5, it's been 3 consecutive points. Lavig with the running jump serve will go short. Broneski with the dig. This one will go out of play and give it another one here on the way to Lavig. As Lavig will serve it up yet again. As Reese on a nice little run right now. This one will come into the middle. Set, Rosted, tip. Lavig is there to help it out. Murch with the back set. Right-handed swing by Johnson blocked, and eventually it'll be 4. So the Grovers get the set out, but they're trailing it by 3 as they head back to the service line. As you'll see it with Christensen coming on and playing the front will be Addison Hunt. As Walsh will check out, Christensen back left corner to Lavig. Murch set, here comes Skeets in middle. Out of play, no touch. As it's 9-7. Christensen back to the service line once more. That's going to be an ace. As Rachel Christensen gets her first ace of the match, the second one here for Oak Grove. Christensen into the middle. Tess will play it here. Back set on the way. This one able to get tipped across, and eventually the point comes down here for Lauren Johnson. 10-8 on the way for the Jags here in set number 3. Northern Cass grabbed the first. Oak Grove grabbed the second. Jalbert into the net. Jags with their 4th service there. And we'll see a quick substitution as Broneski will check out alongside with middle. Jose will come to the back and serve. Foster of Old back to play the front here for the Grovers. As Jose with the running jump serve to the back right corner to Olsen. Jalbert helps it out to the outside. Here goes Olsen up and over. Nice dig by Geiger, dump by Christensen, covered by Lavig. Set outside, Olsen off her back heel. Back bump on the way from Jose. Foster DeVol, the right-handed swing. Lavig is there ready for it. Fury wins the joust. Christensen right back on the Jags side. Back set by Murch. This one going cross-court by Johnson, and that's the kill. Lauren Johnson with her 6th kill. It's 11-9. As we'll see the substitution as Hovdenes will come on and serve on the way. As back playing the front row will be Marley Wilner for the Jags. Service from Hovdenes as this one comes to the middle. And eventually Foster DeVold gets the kill. She's got 15 on the night. Service here for Linden. So Broneski and Jose here in the back row for the Grovers. As Linden will flutter this one, and that'll be a short serve and an ace. Nice little spot there for Linden. That was in front of the 10-foot attack line, and we're tied at 11. As the Kinder Vikings officially have swept the Wahpeton Huskies tonight to improve to 7-4. Wahpeton now 0-11. Here goes Fury on top of the double. Christensen, back set right-handed swing. Tess will play this one to the outside. This one going cross court, pushed across. As we see it here for the Jags. Broneski keeps this one moving. Great attempts by Foster DeVol. Now chance for the Jags to utilize it. Hovdenes to the outside, and Olsen puts it down. Oak Grove had a hustle. They got a little out of space, and Olsen delivers the goods. Hovdenes with the assist. The Jags take a scrappy point here at 12-11. Service for Northern Cass here with Olsen. Olsen into the middle. That'll go to Jose. Christensen outside. Foster DeVold puts it down. The officials will talk it over, and they're going to say that running into the net or into the net here will be the Grovers. So negate the kill, and the point goes to Northern Cass here at 13-11. As they talk it over, Olsen continues to serve. Christensen outside, Foster DeVold on top of the double. Test will help it out. Hovdenes set middle. Here goes Fury, a little power tip block. Joust at the net, going to be to the Northern Cass side. Broneski with the back bump. Foster DeVold, right-handed swing. Jalbert is there. Hovdenes back set. This one going to see a block on the way, and that is brought to you in part by Wise Graham. So Callie Wisegram makes it now 13-12 as Davidson will check in to the back row for Olsen. As a serve will be upcoming here for Molly Walsh. Welsh with the running jump serve to Tesh Jalbert. Northern Cass backs at Fury. Sees this one off the side, and she utilizes the block to her advantage. Faith with the kill, her first of the third set. It's 14-12. Northern Cass leads it by 2 in a very reminiscent set number 1 as Fury has the 5th service there. Here is a team for the Jags. 5 ties so far here in this set. Make that 6 ties, excuse me. Last one at 11 apiece. Here goes Ryder, push. Broneski just trying to play that one in front of Foster DeVoe. That makes it 15-13. It's a good spot for Carly. Balanced attack here again for Northern Cass. Ryder, Wilner, Olsen, and Johnson all have 5 or more kills. Jags, Foster DeVoe, see it middle. This one going to be blocked. Weisegram able to play it. Now goes middle, back right corner. Davidson is there. Northern Cass back set. This one tipped by Johnson. Christensen with the push, back right corner. Good spot on the way for Rachel. Christensen been just a steady Eddie here. We have her down for her 8th kill. As it's 15-14. Service for Geiger. Back left corner as Ryder will play it. This one punched by Johnson. As this will be tipped, and eventually Christensen will take the points. And we're tied at 15 apiece. Region 1A volleyball tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Here from Hunter. Grovers and Jags on Dig Pink Night. And this will be a service there. That'll be the 3rd here for the Grovers. As Northern Cass leads at 16-15. Davidson will check out of the game as Olsen will come on and play the front row. Ryder will also check out as Lavic will come on to the back. Reese with a couple of aces so far here in the set. She's got 3 in the match. Lavic into the middle. Back set Christensen with the push. This will be covered nicely by Johnson. Geetson over down the line. Broneski back set middle. And this one will be off of Murch. And taking it, here's Clara Middle. Her 5th kill. (16-16) here between Northern Cass and Fargo Oak Grove. As a serve will be with Christensen. This one flutters across. Free ball over. Broneski to Christensen. This one tipped, covered. Back set. Right-handed swing. Johnson off the ribbon. Out of play. After the swing here by Lauren Johnson, it's now 17-16. Grovers with the 1-point lead. Service here for Rachel Christensen. Christensen to the back left. This one helped alive. Christensen set middle. Rosted back right corner. Olsen with the push over across the net. Christensen middle. Rosted tip, and that one is eventually down for the point. Trying to keep it alive, but we'll get a lift on the way and a timeout here for Northern Cass. Fargo Oak Grove leads it by 2 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Hi, we're Tommy's Express. Scan the QR code for a fast pass to a free month of washing. Our modern car wash offers a bright, open environment and a low-stress conveyor belt entry. Our signature scent, ceramic body wax, spot-free rinse, and heated blowers give you the best shine in town. Check out the wash for yourself. Washing your car is easy, fast, and fun. Visit Tommy's Express today.
High school volleyball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com. Timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. They've been a trusted financial partner for generations. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank. That again is banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So timeout here for the Jags. They trail it by 2 in set number 3 in a match that's gone an hour and 14 minutes here this evening in Hunter. Service for Christensen. Christensen to the back left to Lavig. This one bumped. Johnson with a big right-handed swing. And now a free ball over on the third, and Lavig will let it play, but it's in. Point here for Middle. Lavig thought that one was going to go out of play, and then just like the Rainbow finding a pot of gold at the end with the point. Service for Christensen. Back right. This one to Gietzen on top of the double. Back bump on the way. Right-handed swing in for the points. As we see it for the Grovers, it'll go to Middle. Their 7th kill. It's 20-16. Rachel Christensen and the Grovers right now trying to see if they can close out set number 3 in a flurry. As she will get a good serve. Make it 5 consecutive points for the Grovers and another timeout here on the floor. Christensen with her 2nd ace here in the set. And the Grovers now lead it by 5 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's Fargo Oak Grove 21, Northern Cass 16.
Today, all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
21-16, Grovers out in front here over Northern Cass on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Oak Grove leads it by 5 here in set number 3, as we'll have the serve on the way for Rachel Christensen. So Northern Cass, 0 timeouts remaining for the rest of the set. Christensen into the middle to Tess. They'll see it. This one able to get across for Gietzen. Gietzen with the kill. And she will join the 5-kill party here for the Jags. They'll make it 5 players with at least 5 or more kills. Service on the way for Tess. Jalbert flutters this, but unable to come across the net. 3 service errors in the set here for Northern Cass. Part of the reason why the Grovers have a lead. Oak Grove with just 2 here in the set in that category, so +1 from the Oak Grove perspective. Service here for Aspen Jose. Jose to the back right to Olsen. This one to Fury off the side of the block, and eventually Jose able to push it over. Fury quickly back set. Here goes Johnson, back left corner for the point. Lauren Johnson has her 7th kill. As we'll get a side out to come in and play the front row now will be Wilner. While on the opposite side, Emma Hubdenis to the service line here for the Jags. As Hubdenis will come on now for Northern Cass. Into the middle. Christensen to Rosted. This one not going to get deflected, but they will say there was enough of the deflection here off of Tess Jalbert, so give Rosted the kill after that slide. She's got her 5th. As Tess just got enough of it, and 2 points away here from the Grovers trying to take set number 3. As Jose will go short to Tess. Hubdenis set middle. Fury with the tip. Broneski, Foster to Vold, and this one will make its way to the front row. Out of play, 23-19. Northern Cass needs to get something here with some good serves, and trying to do so will be Olsen. Trying to see if she can get it to 23-22 at least before you give Oak Grove the serve back. Try to put some pressure on the Grovers. Served by Olsen into the back middle. Christensen trying to see if she can get that one across on the second. Unable to do so. It's now 23-20. As they'll handle it here on the way for the Jags with Olsen one more time. This will be a service error. 24-20. Now will be set point as Davidson will come on and play back row for the Jags. On the opposite side of the Grovers, we'll have Molly Welsh. Welsh with a set point here for Oak Grove, up by 4 in set number 3. Welsh with the running jump serve. That'll go to Tess. Hubdiness with the back bump on the way. Fury across the net. This one will be out of play, and set number 3 goes to Oak Grove. 25-20. Set recaps around the corner next here in Hunter.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Cooler weather is coming. Make sure your home stays cozy and efficient with blow-in insulation from Ada Building Center. Ada Building Center has received a huge truckload shipment of blow-in insulation. You'll now get better pricing and more ways to save. With every insulation purchase, the use of the blower is absolutely free. Lower your heating costs and keep those dollars in your pocket. Blow-in insulation. Now's the time to buy from Ada Building Center, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
High school volleyball here tonight on Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cass took the first set 26-24. Oak Grove came back and won set 2 and set 3, 25-13 and 25-20. Set recap brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. As we see it here, the Grovers led by Foster DeVold with 15 kills. You have 9 by Christensen. Northern Cass led by the 7 of Johnson. And Ryder, Wilner, Geetson, and Olson all have 5 kills apiece as well. Out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Kindred able to earn the sweep of the Wahpeton Huskies. So Kindred and Central Cass will play for the proverbial number 3 seed upcoming here around the corner, while on the opposite side, Valley City and Lisbon currently in action right now. That match in Valley City between the Broncos and the Highliners, as Valley City grabbed the first set, looking to do the same here as they have also won the second. So Valley City up 2-0. Set recap brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance. Go to hunterinsuranceagency.com or talk to Johnny Jorgensen in Hunter. Kill on the way for Northern Cass. This will be with Olson, her 6th. Service yet again here for Olson. This will be the back left corner. Joseph will play it to Christensen. Middle, Foster DeVold. Tesh Jalbert able to earn the dig. Set outside. Right-handed tip by Ryder. As they'll see it now. Just across. And eventually Jose will run into the wall here. And then Christensen with the Penguin style of dive will run out of real estate. 2-0 here for Northern Cass to open things up in the set. Service here on the way for Olson. Olson to the back left. That's going to be an ace. Really good start. The best start of a set here from Northern Cass's perspective as they lead it 3-0. Serve here for the Jags will continue with Olson. Olson into the middle goes Jose. Christensen set. Here's a right-handed swing for Foster DeVold. Is going to get her 16th of the match. Serve on the way for Broneski. Linden, back left corner. Olson will play it here. Hubdiness set to the outside. Ryder down the line as this one ricochets. And then Broneski will hit the deck. She looks to be all right. It's now 4-1. Seen the ceiling and the rafters getting involved here a little bit tonight, kind of rolling around like a Plinko chip at times. As they'll talk it over here with Nick Tice, making sure they got the substitutions of where they should be. As Tess is slated to head to the service line. As now Fury will check out. So serve here will be with Tess. So Jalbert to serve here for the Jags. Jose to Christensen. Right-handed side goes Foster to Vold. Free ball to cross on the third, and this will be out. Just missing the baseline. It's now 4-2. As for Oak Grove, they will go with Molly Welsh. As Welsh to the service line here for the Grovers. Welsh with the running jump serve back right corner. Hubdeness up and over to Ryder on the roll shot. Jose will play it here, set near side. Foster to Vold through the side of the block. Davidson with the set. Here's a right-handed swing that'll go out of play. It's now 4-3. As Oak Grove here with Welsh to the service line. Welsh with the running jump serve. Davidson will play this one. Set to the outside. Here comes Ryder. This one will go out of play. It's on the way 4-all. As we'll handle the serve here for the Grovers, as this will be with Welsh. Welsh with the serve to the back right corner. As this by Hubdeness pushing it. Jose will play it. Set near side. Foster to Vold on top of the double. Jalbert with a great attempt. This little joust is going to be over here on the Grovers side, and then just a miscommunication there for Molly Walsh, and where Foster to Vold was set up, as the Jags will take it here at 5-4. So Oak Grove trying to put this one to bed here tonight in Hunter. For Northern Cass, seeing if they can stretch this one past the 9 o'clock hour and get it to set number 5. This one over there, the block there by Wisegram. Middle, Geetson off the ribbon, down for the point. Geetson with her 6th kill. It's 6-4. As we'll handle the serve here for Aspen Jose. Northern Cass with Murch. Back left corner. Northern Cass back set. This one right-handed swing by Foster de Vol. That'll come up nearly into the broadcast booth. Her 17th kill. Service here for Foster de Vol. As Elena serving right to left here in Hunter. As we see it. As they're going to be looking at the scores table here at 6-5. Trying to make sure they wipe off the floor a little bit. As Davidson will help this one out for the Jags. Up 6-5 here on yourliveevent.com. Make sure, whether it's after 4 or after 5, you stay tuned to our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show. Always an interesting time, the month of October, November, where the car tries to stay clean. Tommy's Express Car Wash, as the ace is on the way here for the Grovers. Foster de Vold with her 2nd. As we're tied up at 6. Elena back left. This one will be out of play. Grovers with their 4th service there. Up to the front line. Here will be Olsen, as Reese Lavig will come to serve. As Lavig coming on now with the running jump serve. That'll go to the middle to Jose. This one's set near side, as able to get across. Jalbert, Murch set outside. Olsen cross court on the attempt, and that'll go down for the points. Liv's got her 7th kill. Cass outside of set number 2. It's been neck and neck with Fargo Oak Grove throughout the majority here of tonight's match. Loving to Foster to Volm. Christensen tip, and she'll take the points. Here at 8-7. If you're just joining us, Northern Cass took the last 3 points of set number 1, a pair of Tess Jalbert aces to close it off 26-24. Then Oak Grove started set number 2 on a 10-0 run and won 25-13 in the second. Just miscommunication on Lovig and Olsen in the back tied here now at 8 apiece. Set number 3 also went to the Grovers 25-20. Northern Cass Skeets in. This one will go out of play, and what was an 8-6 lead has been reversed to a 9-8 lead now for Oak Grove. As a serve will be upcoming here with Geiger. Geiger into the back left corner. Lovig will play it. Free ball over from Tess. Grover's back set. Here goes Christensen. Tess is there. Coming to the middle is Rosted, who hammers one down. Teo Rosted with her 6th kill. As now you'll handle it for the Grovers here with Geiger. Geiger into the middle. Tess will play it. This one will come to Geetson, helping this one out. And eventually the point will come down here at 10-9. As a serve will be with Tess. And we'll get a timeout here quickly. And 10-9 here in set number 4. Service on the way here. Upcoming for Northern Cass when we return here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
A run on cue timeout brought to you in part by Bank North here. Timeout again for the Jags. It's 10-9 in set number 4. Fargo Oak Grove 22-8 on the season, 8-2 in Region 1 play. Now for Northern Cass, 11-18 on the season, 4-6 here in the region. First of 3 divisions in North Dakota, where if you're heading to Bismarck the week before Thanksgiving, that November 20th through the 22nd, get your hotel rooms now as 24 teams will be in Bismarck for high school volleyball here in the state. Rosted with the kill, be her 7th. Now 11-9. Also, we'll see morning volleyball, similar to the girls and boys basketball tournaments here in North Dakota, where you see some matches and games in the morning. We're going to see that here as well at the Bismarck Event Center. Is hitting that one in the net is Lauren Johnson. Grovers with a 12-9 advantage. Service here for Christensen. Christensen in the middle to Lovig. This one's set. Here comes Olsen over that double. Christensen set near side, middle, cross court. Lovig is there. As here's an attempt. Nice little roll shot from Liv. Back bump by Linden. Here's a power tip by middle. Tight and unable to get that one over with the lifts. It's now 12-10. As Northern Cass will see it here with Wilner to play the front row. Service here for Emma Hubdenis. Hubdenis to the back left corner. Christensen, middle, Rosted. That one will go out of play, no touch. That's 12-11. As Northern Cass will come on and serve. Hubdenis to the back left corner. Christensen with the dump across. Tess Jalbert. We'll see it now. Back set Christensen. Tight. Fury over the net. Christensen near side. This one off the side and down for the points. Claire Middle with the kill, her 8th. Grovers back up by 2. Jost to the service line, as you'll see Hunt with Rosted and also Foster DeVold playing the front here for the Grovers. Service for Aspen Jost, back left corner. This one set outside, going cross court. Good swing from Wilner. Spike opportunity for Foster DeVold. Good dig by Lavig. Elena with another chance at this one, partially blocked by Wilner, pushed across by Hovdenis. Quickly middle, Rosted one-on-one, and winning that battle is Olsen. Live with the block. Service for the Jags, seeing if they can push this one to 5 here on this Tuesday night as Olsen is on to serve. Olsen to the middle, Christensen, this one Rosted with the tip. Back set on the way, right-handed swing through and down for the points. Wilner gets her 6th kill. We're tied at 13 apiece. As a serve will be upcoming here for Northern Cass and Olsen. Olsen into the middle to Jost. Christensen. Big swing and a kill here for Foster DeVold, her 18th of the match. Substitution here is coming out will be Broneski. In the middle now for the Grovers is Wisegram. Linden going short. Tess will play this one. Hovdenis to the outside. Ryder on the attempt. This one off the backboard to Christensen. Free ball here from Oak Grove. Northern Cass Ryder with another attempt. This one out of play. No touch. And it's a 15-13 matchup. As Broneski will continue to serve. Linden into the middle to Tess. Hovdenis back set. Fury going cross court into the net. And 16-13 here on the way for Fargo Oak Grove as they lead it by 3. As Broneski back again to the service line. Goes short. This one just immediately pushed back over by the Grovers. This will be right down the middle, though, here for Foster DeVold with the kill. So Elena's going to earn the point. It's 17-13. The Grovers now with 4 consecutive points as Broneski continues to serve. Tess, this one with Olsen over the net. Christensen to the middle. Right-handed swing by Wisegram for the kill. Wisegram's going to earn the point. It's 18-13 Grovers separating here up by 5 here in the 4th set as Linden with the serve to Tess. Hovdenis middle. Attempts on the way there from Wilner. Kept alive by Jost. Foster DeVold will eventually take the points with another kill. And we'll see Nick Tice, if he takes a timeout here at 19-13, and he will on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northern Cass will take their final timeout here in the set number 4 on yourlivevent.com.
Job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
High school volleyball here tonight on yourliveevent.com. 19-13, Oak Grove out in front over Northern Cass here in set number 4 as Northern Cass down by 6 with some work to do here to try to push it to 5 here tonight and get to our Tommy's Express Car Wash postgame show where the Grovers see if they can end this set and also in doing so get themselves one step closer to Tuesday night's match with Wahpeton, where if they defeat the Huskies, the Grovers would be the 1 seed entering the Region 1A volleyball tournament. Service here for Broneski into the middle to Jalbert. Outside Ryder at the attack line, down for the points. Carly Ryder with the kill, her 6th. As we'll see it now, service on the way for Tess. Jalbert back left corner. Christensen near side. Foster DeVol in for the points. 5 points away is Oak Grove from coming into Hunter tonight and doing what they did back on September the 29th in Fargo, where they lost the first set, but won sets 2, 3, and 4 in consecutive order to take a 4-set win over Northern Cass. Hubdeniss will see this on the attempt from Wilner. Near side Grovers, and that's a kill. Off a Ryder, Foster DeVol with another one. She's got 22 on the night. Service for Welsh. Back right to Ryder. Hubdeniss to the middle. Here comes Gietzen off the double. Christensen, Broneski able to push that one over on the third. Olsen with the set near side. Wilner unable to get that one over. It'll be 4, and Oak Grove 3 points away. Substitution into the game now for the Grovers. Carolyn DeYoung, the senior at 6'2", playing the front row, as Christensen will check out. Service. Back right corner. Hubdeniss back set. Wilner on top of the double. And now you'll have a pushover by Welsh in a good spot to the back right corner. She'll take the point. It's 23-14. As the serve upcoming for the Grovers here with Molly Welsh. Welsh with the running jump serve. Ryder to Hubdeniss. Set middle comes Gietzen, blocked. Jalbert able to help her out. Back set. This one tipped yet again, but we'll see a net. Yes, we will. Net violation here on the Grovers. It's 23-15. Jangs with the serve on the way for the senior in Murch. As Murch with the serve, rainbows that across. This one set near side to Young, gonna hit the post. 23-16, back-to-back points on the way for the Jangs. Northern Cass again out of timeouts. Get a couple more points in a row here. Might force Angie Johnson to burn one. Service from Murch, Foster DeVol. This one to the middle. On the attempt there from Wisegram. Murch with the bump. Pushed across on the third for Northern Cass. Oak Grove, Broneski, back bump. Foster DeVol with the left hand, able to tip that one over. Olsen back bump on the way. Here goes Ryder, free ball across. Jose, nice pass, set near side. Here goes another kill. Give the assist to Molly Welsh, and another kill for Foster DeVol, her 23rd. And it's a match point for the Grovers. Since it was 13-all, it's been an 11-3 run here for Oak Grove in set number 4. Service on the match point for Foster DeVol. Gietzen off the side of the block in the middle for the kill. (24-17) as we'll handle it now for Reese Lavig. As Lavig to the service line. Back left, and that's going to be an ace. Reese's 4th to lead the floor here. And Lavig will need a couple more of those. Here at the service line. Lavig to Foster DeVol, back left. This one's set on the way for Welsh, near side over on the attempt by middle, and then Tess and Lavig just bounce into each other here, and that's going to do it in the 4th set. Both look to be all right. 25-18 Grovers as Fargo Oak Grove wins this volleyball match and has gone final here tonight in 1 hour and 42 minutes. With the win, Oak Grove now 9-2 here in the region, 23-8. The Jags drop to 11-19 on the season and 4-7 here in Region 1 play. Our post-game show brought to you in part by Tommy's Express Car Wash. It's coming up around the corner. That is next here on your LiveVent.com.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
As we come back on our post-game show, brought to you in part by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Love your ride at your locally owned Tommy's Express. Sign up in the app for your free month of unlimited washing and make Tommy's Express your spot. With 2 locations in Fargo and 2 in Moorhead, they have the expertise to keep your car clean inside and out. 24-26, 25-13, 25-20, and 25-18. Oak Grove able to win this one here tonight. Foster DeVold with 23 kills. She had a couple of aces and a handful of blocks. Rachel Christensen also in double digits with 10 kills. Taya Rosted with 7. Middle had 8 here this evening. While for Northern Cass, just a balanced attack. Lauren Johnson with 7 kills. Olson had 7. Geetson with 7. Wilner with 6. And Carly Ryder with 6 kills as well here for Northern Cass as well. Just, again, a really balanced attack on the way. Reese Lavig with 4 aces, 2 on the way for Tess Jalbert, as you saw it here for the Jags here on our Tommy's Express Car Wash post-game show. Highlanders earned the sweep here tonight over the Lisbon Broncos. So here's what the latest Region 1 standings look like coming into the final matches on Tuesday. Northern Cass, again, is the number 5 seed. Lisbon the 6, and Wahpeton is the 7. Those are the 3 seed lines that we know. Lisbon earned a loss tonight against Valley City 3-0, and Kindred also earned a sweep here tonight over the Wahpeton Huskies. So Valley City with their sweep over Lisbon will finish the year 10-2. They'll finish either as the 1 or the 2 seed. Oak Grove, if they beat Wahpeton on Tuesday, they'll be the 1. Valley City then would be the 2. Central Cass Kindred will play for the 3 seed. Then again, Northern Cass is the 5, Lisbon the 6, and Wahpeton is the 7. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll hear from a Victoria Scrover and Taya Rosted. That's around the corner next here in Hunter.
To tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup, Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
on Dig Pink Night here on YourLiveEvent.com as we continue on our Tommy's Express Car Wash postgame show. Join us here from the Oak Grove perspective is Taya Rasta, part of that really good block party again in the second set onto their 10-0 run. Let's just start there, Taya. What was working in set number 2, particularly with yourself? You had Elena, Addie got a block as well. You just at the front, you were really controlling that. What was just working in that second set?
I think just trusting in each other that we're going to be there and be up for like those good hitters on Northern Cass, and I think we just all worked really hard, and we were like, we want this, because the first set did not go as we thought it was going to go, but I think just we wanted it really badly, so we just pushed through and worked hard.
Yeah, let's talk about it, because you had a set point chance in the first, and they take the last 3 points. So what's the message to the team to say, yeah, it's not how you want to start the match, but you still got some time to go? So what was kind of the message, Taya, just from Coach Johnson and just everybody else as you got ready for set number 2?
Yeah, she just said, like, we know we're better than that. Like, we are a great team. We've beat so many good teams throughout our region and even, like, in Region 2. And I think that she's like, you guys know you can do it. You just have to put it on the court and, like, trust each other and do your job. So I think we did a really good job at doing our jobs in the second set.
Speaking of doing your job, Rachel Christensen, kind of a Swiss Army knife at different positions. What was she able to do tonight, but also throughout the season here, throughout the year, Taya?
Rachel is like such a utility player. I love playing with her because she can pass. She has such good ups, and she also sets. She's everywhere on the court. She is such a key point of our team, and I honestly, we need her. Like, I don't know what we'd do without her.
We were kind of joking that you get to this time of the year, you're so used to playing 5, 6, maybe 8 matches in a week, where now you only play 1, maybe 2,
right,
and you get ready for another 2 on Monday, Tuesday with a good Thompson Tommy team coming into town. Then all of a sudden you have a chance to win the regular season region title with Wahpeton coming into town to Tuesday. So what's the one thing from this match that you kind of look forward to next week here, Tay, as you close out the regular season?
I mean, I'm excited to play Thompson because they're not in our region, so it's kind of a fun game to be like, where do we stand in our state, like, area? And I think that it'll just be a fun game to see, like, how, like, I mean, regions is coming up, so it's just kind of like a showcase to what we can do. So I'm excited for that.
Going to be a lot of fun. We'll have that one on Monday night on your live event as well against Thompson. Taya, thanks so much for the joining us, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you for having me.
Taya Rasa with us. Here we'll take a quick break and continue with more in our post game around the corner.
Family insurance agent Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowner's insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details.
As we continue and get to some of our post-game accolades here, our Agassiz Precision Egg play of the contest again was the block in the start to set number 2, where it was a 10-0 start, and we had them down for 4 different blocks in that particular 10-0 run that were straight blocks down for points. That is our play of the contest, brought to you in part by Agassiz Precision Egg, your local precision planting dealer. For more information, get in touch with Agassiz at planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. From there to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Match, Elena Foster DeVold. She had herself a really nice performance again with 23 kills. Rachel Christensen with 10. Taya Rosted led the team in blocks, and then obviously finished with 7 kills as well. Kind of a, if you will, a balanced attack from both teams here tonight, as Northern Cass again had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with 6 or more kills in their own right. But Foster DeVold really gets the thing going again for the Grovers. Then we can add a Taya Rosted, a Christensen, a middle, adding some kills, and sprinkle a little Welsh and Wisegram. Oak Grove becomes very difficult to beat. But Foster DeVold, kind of that 1A with 1B of Christensen and Rosted here tonight for our players of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to enbridge.com for career opportunities. So again, here's what the Region 1 will look like upcoming on Tuesday. Wahpeton plays Oak Grove, Lisbon at Northern Cass, and you have Central Cass at the Kindred Vikings. The Lisbon at Northern Cass match, that is pretty much a primer for the region tournament, as both teams will be already knowing their seed lines. Northern Cass the 5, Lisbon will be the 6. Central Cass will play at Kindred, And in that particular match, the winner will end up being the 3 seed. The loser would end up being the 4 seed going into that Region 1 tournament. And then you'll have Wahpeton at Oak Grove with Valley City just having to sit and wait. If Wahpeton can spring the upset against the Grovers, Valley City would be the 1 seed. Oak Grove then would be the 2. If Oak Grove beats the Wahpeton Huskies, the Grovers would be the 1 seed via their own of the tiebreaker of Valley City, and Valley City would be the 2 seed. So again, a win and you're the 1, and you get a first-round bye as well for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. So that's what's at stake on Tuesday night across the Region 1 volleyball. For more high school volleyball coverage, simply go to our website. It is yourliveevent.com, or hit subscribe to our YouTube channel as well by searching Your Live Event. Again, that does it for our post-game show here this evening. Brought to you in part by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Love your ride and your clean routine with 2 locations, as we have 2 of them in Fargo and 2 of them in Moorhead as well. So up next for the Grovers, we'll have their match on Monday against the Thompson Tommies. As you see, Region 2A meeting Region 1A, and then they will close out the year hosting Wahpeton, while Northern Cass will square off with Lisbon on Tuesday. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com as well. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in to our post-game show tonight and coverage of Region 1A volleyball. For more high school athletics throughout the week, you can go to yourliveevent.com. If you're looking for some more volleyball coverage here in North Dakota on Thursday, we will have the District 1 volleyball tournament that'll make its way in Foreman with our coverage beginning at 3. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night and enjoy the rest of your week. Again, your final, Oak Grove wins it in 4 here in Hunter.